That's right. It's real. It's playoffs. Just like the teams, we also elevate our game. New intro. The postseason has arrived. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you along on a snowy kind of a Monday. Rain turned to slow. Is that sleet? Would we call it sleet? Is it sleeting?
The best thing for you, Dean, is that you love soup.
Yeah.
And I would consider this a soup day.
Yeah.
Which is good for
Done.
End of April, springtime. Let's have some soup.
Any particular?
Today?
Yeah.
Today I want a creamy tomato soup with a like an Italian cold cut combo type of sandwich.
A couple weeks ago, I made a tomato soup. Too much tomato paste. I usually don't use the whole can. I kind of upped it, and then it was it's very strong. I don't know. Jack, have you ever tasted tomato paste?
No, I haven't.
It's very dense. It's very concentrated.
It's concentrated. That's the word you're looking for, I think. Yeah.
So
absolutely,
it'll hit you if you're not careful. And when you do your onions and all that, with whatever you put in there, celery, carrots, if you want to blend all that together, put the paste in there and cook it for a little bit to try and get some of that. Maybe I didn't cook it long enough. Disappointing. Anyway, welcome, buddies. It's a presentation of Bet365. This thing we're doing.
Dean.
Sure is. Use that code NATION. There you see it. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official partner of the NHL. And we've got the Super Chat. That's right. It is a little thing we do. If you put a comment into the YouTube chat, we'll take the chat and put it on the show, and then we take it. But you got to put some money down. Make a small donation. We'll take the money and give it to the Youth Centers of Calgary to help make a difference in our city, which we're just all about these days.
You're damn right we are, Dean.
We're all about it.
We're givers.
What a day. Thursday.
Really cooked the goose.
Yes. Sure did. And really wasn't out of left field. I mean, it was very...
No.
We had taken the proper precautions. There were Ubers booked. It was all kind of lined up. It was... Now, Jack, do we have any video? What do we have from that night? I know that you and RJ were there. We had all hands on deck for our staff. Let's take a look at what happened on Thursday.
There's nothing.
I thought I saw a guy with... Okay.
Didn't think about that till after.
There's some blurry photos of all of us.
I was going to say there's some photos taken.
There's some blurry memories as well.
Blurry memories, foggy, and some photos are a little rough. It was our playoff draft, third annual in support of kids sport, a presentation of our friends at McLeod Law, who are the best. I mean, they're the best again. Fountain Tire jumping on board. Great new partner of ours. So happy to have them. And then, of course, Cowboys Casino put on quite a show for us. We were at the BMO, then went across for the after party. I watched this dude at the craps table 30, 40 minutes straight. Just
cleaning them up, eh? That's
8,
nice.
6, 8. Hey, 5. Set it up. 6, 8, 6. They made a lot of money. That Derek Newman.
Well,
he's probably car shopping today.
What's that? Who it was?
Yeah. Oh man, he was just raking it in, $5 table, $6 to be on the 6 and 8. That's up in a hurry. You said before we got started it was your favorite of. We've done 3. That was your favorite.
It's the one. Yeah. I let loose a little bit more.
You did.
I think. And I wasn't roaming. I don't like the roam. You roamed for me, and I
was, and it was very much what do they call it? It was not planned,
unintentional.
Yeah, it was
random.
We had the podium. So for the first round, all the teams that come up and make their first round selection, and then the rest are done from the table. So Pinder and I, we have the handheld mics, so we kind of roam from table to table and give out a lot of shit and abuse. There's a lot of shit and abuse that happens as the night goes on, and mistakes are made and picks are made, and we get drunker. But anyway, the retro, just after round, you just stayed at the podium.
I didn't leave. We
just kind of hung out at the podium.
We kicked it off. I did.
You had a nice.
I had a great viewing area.
Yeah, you started us off with kind of the Lord's Prayer got us started.
A version.
Yeah. Kind of that was nice, kind of a toast or a grace before the meal. And then we got into it, and I was very happy that that was perfect. That's your spot. That's where we need you.
The walking around, I have not had as much success.
Great commentary and
Observations.
yeah,
A lot of observations.
You always try and come up with a fine system, because inevitably when you have that many teams, that many people, and you're having some drinks and all that, maybe, I don't know, there is a giant board on the wall that they put every pick down, and we're announcing it pick by pick as it happens. Inevitably, some team will take someone who's already been selected.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing, and you have to feel shame, and there has to be a penalty involved and that sort of thing. Did it happen 3 times?
I think at least.
It was at least 3, because
Minimum.
there was one team that, as of yet, I don't think has paid any punishment. They just they were very sheepish about it. Old Salmon Govich there in the salmon shirt. But
that's right. God, Sam and Govich.
But your buddy Cooney, their table had a double pick.
Mm-hmm.
Tough, embarrassing. A lot of push-ups, some shotgunning beers.
It's hard to determine. We've battled with that idea as well. What is the proper punishment?
Well, year 1, Ryan said if you take someone who's already been selected, you're going to have to do shots. So the next pick was somebody came up and they took someone who was already selected, so they got shots.
Free
Well,
drinks.
that's not really.
Well,
Yeah, not really well thought out. We had a lot of push-ups. All the shirts remained on. I thought maybe we were going to have some topless. Some guys would be some push-ups, some great picks, some bad picks, some foggy memories, as you say, a little blurry, and a lot of money raised for kids sport.
I think I did pretty well.
I do too. We'll find out from Kevin this week. Kind of get it nailed down.
A lot of Oiler dusters.
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
It's odd too. A lot of them were co-workers,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yeah, I know.
the same.
It's the thing about being involved in the Nation network, and when you're Flames Nation, there is an Oilers Nation. They seem to really care for the team.
They get behind it.
Like our guy Jay, who we've known for a long time, came down from Edmonton, and I've had to reach out. I don't know, was it just a show of good faith? Was he in town for business and it just happened to be happening? It was very nice if he did. He was wearing a authentic, because it had even the sponsorship thing,
Mhm.
Trent Frederick jersey, tie down, full top of the, and Frederick, I think, has played 9 minutes.
Called them the X Factor.
It's pretty early. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. Hey, that just shows you're a fan, I suppose. But thanks to everybody who was part of it. We'll do it again next year for sure. That is
Jack success. You were
you were there for some reason.
Jack got to kind of take it all in.
Yeah, you and RJ were there for I guess no real reason. Other than
Yeah.
to sit in the back of the room.
Our
and eat
asses were
beef and a
glued
bun.
to the chair. I
How
think
much-
I went for food like
I
5
was going to
times.
say, how much did you eat?
Way too much.
And then I that's one thing I remembered the day later. I'm like, because Boom kept going, Retro, you want to eat? And I'm like, why are you trying to?
Yeah.
Like, am I too drunk? Or like, are you trying to put the brakes on me here? What?
No, they kept bringing out beef on bun.
So good. Did you not eat it all, Reg?
No.
And I think that's what you said. It's, once you're in it, eating's cheating. It's kind of, I'm not going to ruin it. There's no sense
No.
derailing a good time.
I think good time had by all. I don't think we got we heckled too many people too far. Like we didn't go. I don't think if we did.
That first
Sorry.
table that selected a player, I mean, we were calling them stupid, and like the whole
But
room was
that's
like,
just-
shame, dumb. We really kind of went in on them a bit, but it was really dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know. The worst was was Cooney when they took Mikko Rantanen in like the 9th round.
Yeah,
Guys,
sneaky pick.
if
Sneaky. Good
you think
pick.
you fooled the room, double check. Just ask.
Yeah.
Or don't.
There's this
Either way.
Rantanen guy. Anyone have any?
There was an attempted trade, which really just kind of ended up almost derailing the evening.
Almost caused
Jay from Pay Bills,
animosity.
love that guy.
Jay was
But he and the
wound up.
other Jay, they were trying to orchestrate some. So if we take Stu
what
Skinner,
a
but we want Jeff Skinner, and we need
Oiler fans, dumb,
don't know.
right? Take the Oiler fans to the draft, and they try. We're going to have an extra player. They're going to have one less player.
Yeah. Then we have to take Ty Emberson because he's so bad. It's like, well, now so you get 2 extra players? No, we're seeing through that. That's not how that's going to
Doesn't-
work.
And
There needs to be
what?
There was going to be either way. Jay from Pay built. There were a lot of people, and I mean, right at the top, our buddies at Village Honda. A lot of above and beyond. A lot of donating to kids' sport, including yourself.
Damn right.
There was somebody.
Challenge is laid.
Yeah, somebody put some money down to see if Rhett would put on the copper and blue. No chance.
Yeah, they tried to back.
Yeah, and they tried to put a dollar figure
Tried
on
to
it.
shame me into it.
Yeah, ended up working for the kids. That's what it comes down to. Anyway, we'll get into it. There's things to talk about. No Pinder today. I think he'll be back tomorrow. Hoping he's all right. Feels like whenever one of us is away, it's like, oh, are they fighting again? Is there something? No, it's just needs to be away. Shane King, litigator of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard that. He was telling everybody who'd listen. McLeod Law, litigator of the year. Shane King loves that litigating. Oh, just
We had to go to McLeod Law a couple times, didn't we?
Yeah.
Thursday night.
yeah, we had to just check in, make sure everything was.
Is this on the up and up? Or
Are we good here? Is this all right? There's nothing Shane quite likes like resolving disputes.
Yeah, he's
Are you guys having a little flare up here? Is there kind of you guys have a little tiff? Oh, we have a sit. You sit down, Shane. We're just talking. It's fine. All right. Well, if you need anything, just let me know.
I'm here.
It's the kind of guy he is. McLeod-law.com, big or small, whatever your legal issue or need is, they are Calgary. They are the best. And they showed up. And it was actually in the email. And I'll get on with things, people. If you weren't there, it's probably. But there was a fundraising kind of a deal. The team that raised the most money heading into the draft was going to get the first pick, or I guess kind of pick where they selected. And McLeod Law had done, there was none of that. But as Kevin Webster put in the email, it's like, now McLeod Law, there's a 0, but they do have a history of like shaking the foundation the night of the draft with some big moves, and they did it again. So thousands of dollars raised for a great cause, courtesy of McLeod Law. Flames had so Friday was kind of a quiet, it's a Thursday playoff draft, went and watched the Flames Kings. All the kids played.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Were you at the center bar?
I was.
Yeah. Yeah. There
Some,
was,
in some capacity.
because we had at Cowboys Casino, they've got these loungers. They're terrific. And they had the game on, and just how it worked out, we caught the last 10 minutes, 8 minutes or so. And by that point, Perek had scored and Morton had scored. It had been a big night for the Flames. and the
Yeah, I
Argonauts.
kept hearing from RJ
Yeah.
because he was very excited.
RJ was very excited. Yeah, he really was. So they beat the Kings on the final night of the season. I guess we
For
can do it.
100% peak sadness.
It really is. We kind of
You
said
can't.
if you want to talk about peak sadness, it would be if the Flames tied in points for the final playoff spot but lost in a tiebreak, and that is exactly what happened. 96 points.
It's a record, Dean.
And we said this last week when we were doing the win-loser, maybe a point. We 91, 93, couldn't get them to 95.
No, 95.
Couldn't do
was-
it. They got to 96. Still couldn't get in.
Pretty good season.
Pretty good. season.
96 points. I mean, I don't know what to make of it. As
Well, I
you know
know.
what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Was it unlucky? I don't know.
So that was
The other
Thursday,
two teams
Friday.
played pretty well
Yeah.
too. So
Friday off day, Saturday, they had the locker clean out and the final media availability. And I think it was Francis who asked him about it. He says, here you are. You don't make the playoffs, but you don't have a top 10 pick. Would you call this season a success, given that you're right kind of where you probably don't want to be? And he said, yeah, you can't tell the team to lose. If we lose, we want to start winning. Turn it around. Let's go. And everybody wants a top 5 pick, but you can't just get those either.
How many of them are there?
I think there's one. Well, there's 5. There's 1/5 overall, but there'd be 5 top 5 picks. Yeah.
Okay.
Those really seem kind of accounted for.
In a 32 team.
I mean, we're being cheeky. We had this discussion friggin' week after week. But at some point, and I don't know when it was, trade deadline-ish, maybe before. I guess it depends where your headspace was at. It just kind of became clear they're not going to finish bottom 10.
Nope.
And if anything, they might squeak in. So try and squeak in, and they damn near did. They were great down this 11, whatever it was. They were terrific down the stretch. And the one thing Conroy said that it kind of hit, it's like, you're probably right. Did you do anything at the deadline? Could you have done something? And he says, I look back and I'm not sure what more could we have done. Would one more player? We had 11.
I've been cheeky about they should have added a score months ago.
Yeah.
And if you look at this, you
could argue.
Really argue.
Yeah.
But the deal still has to be in front of you to be able to make it.
Yeah.
It's one thing to want to do it. It's what's available to do that's important as well.
Because up until right near the end, Huberdeau had been playing well. Kadri went on that scoring binge. Sharon Govich started to score.
Well, that's the other side of it, is that you had guys that weren't scoring enough that could have just...
Yeah. Timely goals from Klapka. You started to get some things kind of going your way. So, with what would have been available, if you bring in a stud, and I don't know how you were going to do it, then maybe you do make the playoffs. But he's in the same spot. I think as so many fans.
You hang on to a 2-goal lead with 4 minutes left in Anaheim, you also get into a playoff spot. And there would be all kinds of other games and situations where things went well or went poorly.
Yeah.
But to be that close is...
You can't be closer.
This is exactly what you...
96 points. The winning percentage and with St. Louis is exactly the same. And regulation wins. It's the Blues. One win. One win of a different fashion. So that's
a hell of a year.
It is. I was talking with some of the people at that draft the other night. Like, hey, you know what a heck of a finish and a great run. And it's true. You do hate that maybe sentiment kind of sets in a little bit. It's like, hey, but another year, no playoffs. Maybe kids might be all right. That sort of thing. You do hate living with that.
Yeah, I think from the people that I've talked to, at least, and the general fans and people around it, I think what they enjoyed the most about this year was the effort. Mm-hmm. On a consistent basis. It sure looked like those guys cared as much as the fans did.
It's tough going to a game when you feel like the give a shit meter on the ice is low.
And it's a catch-22, right? Because if they lose 5 more games, or you know what I mean? If they're 5 points further back, they might have ended up 15 points further back.
Yeah. Because
maybe your attitude changes as a player if you're another 2-3 losses away a month ago. Maybe your pushing isn't as good, but they
may come back.
In St. Louis, they played that 2-game set, and we remember it because we speak about it often. They looked flat in St. Louis. They looked flat in Utah and Vegas. On a 2-game trip. But other than those,
there was that one Florida game where they weren't very good.
Yeah. There are not many instances when you can, on one hand, count the games where you're like, wow, they didn't show up.
Out of 82.
That says something.
That's all you can kind
of. You give them an A- maybe for the season, an A, especially considering expectations. And you give them kudos but it's what have you done for me lately? Business. And now I look at it and go, I don't know that they get to 96 next year.
I know. Yeah. So they've won us over.
Yeah.
Just not like that.
No.
I know we just really don't think.
Yeah. And we might not see the playoffs for 3 more years. Like I don't know what to make of the team moving forward. If you put this team as it is, and understanding that there will be some changes as it always happens, I don't know where they stack up in this
No, I don't either.
These 32 teams.
Yeah.
I would again say bottom
You just feel again
third
you're going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
at
You're
best.
going to be in
At
that chase
best.
down the
At
stretch.
best.
Yeah. And I know that they can come out and by December it can all be kind of lost. And you start, but it's what you do at the end of a season. You start looking at things, and it's just that, the give a crap, chemistry, culture, use whatever words you want to. And it counts for 0 in those standings. But it does feel, and you've been part of it. You've been part of teams where things aren't quite right, and you've been part of teams when we're a tight club. We're good. We're gonna maybe be able to win some games otherwise. And that third period last week, they find out at the intermission that the Ducks blow the lead. The Wild are in. They're out. They came out in the third and they scored 2 in a minute. Well, yeah,
they probably played harder in the third than they did in the first when they were still in the playoff hunt.
Let's go out and play for the fans here. It's the last home game. We may as well go out and win this thing. And they did. I don't know what it counts for, what value you put in it. But to me, there is some that it just that what they accomplished as a team, not many teams do. You don't overshoot what they were so far over their skis.
Yeah.
You look at the amount of points for the leading goals, leading points. There's no offense really to speak of on this team. To have 96 points, 41 wins is remarkable. What was the over under?
81.
Like 81.
Maybe 81 and a half.
So I don't know. You hope that there is something that when you hear from guys like Uyghur and that, all right, well, carry it forward. You want to build something, you're building something, that's clear. Hopefully, that's the foundation with a little more talent, a little more experience. On the other side, guys do get older, and we'll talk about that. But
well, that's part of it all, is that there'll be changes, so the chemistry in the team will change. How much? I don't know. Guys are going to be older. And it's almost like I don't know what the word I'm trying to use is, but you're giving them the accolades of a team that just had a deep playoff run.
I know.
Right? Like you're doing a thank you for giving us this, because we can see and we appreciate the effort you put into it. What a run it's been. You didn't make the fucking playoff.
Well, I think there was that if they would have done it, they'd have been the second team all time, or at least since there were more than 6 teams, to overcome a 5-point deficit in the final 4 games or the final week of the season. They played incredibly well. They had one of the better records.
Well, whatever. You can look at the end of the year. 41, 27, and I can't see that. 14?
Yeah.
That's 96 points, and that's typically a playoff spot.
A few of those 14s were RWs. Oh, well. They tried hard. They tried real hard.
And you failed, so congrats.
Yeah. Is this your is this the what do they call that? At the Olympic Square after game 7 in 04? What do you have that? A little rally.
Yeah,
is this their fan rally?
Yeah.
Hey, we love you. Thank you for the run.
Thank you.
We lost. This is the worst.
This is
terrible. What the hell?
Yeah, they accomplished what everyone expected.
Yeah. And the other side, and I know Pinder's like, well, you just don't go thinking you're something you're not potentially. Now don't go and spend all this cap space you've got and start thinking. But on the flip side, are you not trying to get better?
I don't know.
What do you?
Well, you could now segue that into the Rasmus Anderson comments.
We can,
because that might be an indicator of what they're going to do.
Anderson was the one interview I think that a lot of people were waiting for on locker cleanout day. Found out that he broke his fibula. That's one of the. Is that your shin? It's your shinny thing, right? Broken fibula.
It's a lower extremity.
That's right. It's a lower body. Final 12 games of the season. or so, somewhere in that ballpark.
Shouldn't have done that.
He played through it. And he kind of said, should I have been better? I'd like to have been better, but the games matter and you want to be out there and you need to play and that sort of thing. So, credit to him for getting through that. It did seem clear at times that he was hobbled by something.
Yep.
Now that said, he's going to play for Sweden at the Worlds, so
it's clearly a fracture of some sort, and the doctors have said you can play with it. So whatever.
And now the off season, and I don't know. He was asked a lot of questions, and just the vibe, and I get it. It's where the team is at. It's more the team than Anderson, because Anderson has some good hockey left in him. It's not as if he's old man he's got one more year left on his deal. And not often do guys with a year left get the kind of questions that Rasmus was asked.
No, it has definitely changed.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think you've played? So I mean, we can get into it. He is, long story short, he's going to spend time. He's got to get away, talk to his family. This is all new for him. The team needs to figure some stuff out, but he was asked to start there's a lot of, let's call it, uncertainty heading into the off season.
It's just one of those things. I grew up in Calgary. I've been here my whole life. It's the first big decision of my career, it feels like, because I signed in, I think it was in January, and then COVID hit, but I signed a 6-year deal back then, and that was like a no-brainer for me to sign that contract. And so it feels like this is the first time in my career where I have like a big decision ahead of me. And so I just got to sit down with my family and talk it through. And, Connie and those guys got to do the same thing. I just talked to them, and, there was a lot of good chatters in that room, but there's a lot of good young players in the organization, and, there's only a certain amount of right shot defensemen you can have on a team. And so I think from both sides, it's big decisions ahead.
It's interesting because he also kind of referenced, when you're in the heat of a playoff chase, you're so focused. It's game day, it's off day, it's game day. You're just so focused on the task at hand that you don't think about the summer contract. That's all kind of down the road. But he did mention on a couple of occasions about right shot D. Like, he's very aware.
I was going to
obviously.
say, he's clearly thought this through, and been discussing it and thinking about it.
Yeah. In some ways, the whole that whole session with the media had the feel of,
it was a
wants to come back, would come back, would like to come back, but there's really kind of felt like
doesn't look like it's going to happen.
It's more than a coin flip that maybe something gets done, if not.
And to me, it was a very much a just letting you know, right. I'd love to come back, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
And I know you'd love to have me back, because on both sides there's a very compelling argument to be made.
And respect for both sides, and it's not I hate the city and I want out of here. It's
the money you want is probably elsewhere, and the whole thing. He was asked, well, you're not really thinking about it, but you do know, were there any thoughts that maybe you have played your last game as a Flame?
I think in the third period last game, especially when we knew we were out, you kind of looked around, and this is all I know, right, in the NHL, and I love playing at the Dome. People say it's old and whatever, but I love it, and thanks to Weeksy we get a new rink, but I loved every second of it, and it's, as I said, I grew up here, I played my whole life here, and I love putting on that red jersey every time I come in here, and that's never going to change, and that's where I feel like it's, I want to be as honest as possible with you guys, because I don't like the bullshit and like the other stuff, and I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. I just don't. I hope the fans knows that I loved every second of it, and I've never taken it for granted, and I hope I'm here for many years to come, but this is where, it's a big decision for me, for the Flames, and it's the first time in my career I'm in this spot.
Sounds like a guy that knows he's going to ask for a lot of money and doesn't think he's going to get
Yeah,
it.
and rightfully so.
It's not a.
I'm a right shot D. I'm heading into my UFA years that you've been waiting years to get to.
I've been cheap as chips.
And yeah, I've done a lot. And that's the one thing. And we'll play the next clip in a moment. But I've been a Rasmus guy. You want guys that want to be here. I never doubted.
No,
he never has ever for a minute looked like a guy that he's had one kind of foot out the door, kind of eyeing maybe what's next. And you can't say that about a lot of guys. Certainly in the last couple of years, there have been some guys here, maybe more so in their last year as UFAs. They were like, "You trading me or what? Because I'm not staying."
Yeah, when is this
happening? Because we're wasting my time here. Never that with Rasmus. Physical, you heard it there, and I always give Pinder a ride. So, well, what else is he going to say in the media? I take him at his word. I think wearing the jersey does mean a lot to him. I think that it is special for him. But
it's all he's ever known. I think it's the type of person he is.
Yeah.
If he'd been a career Boston Bruin, guess what? He'd be damn proud to be a Boston Bruin. So you are going to say those things, but it's also true because that's what he's known. And done.
And maybe he's playing it, but I kind of do feel like he's one of those guys that I don't know how I would. Not a lot of playoffs, big payday coming. I'm not from here, whether it's Alberta or Canada. Yeah, I can't wait for next summer. New York, Los Angeles, or Florida. Where am I going? It just doesn't seem like a guy who's real. Where's my next stop?
No, he's not gung-ho to get out of here. But he's also never tasted a long playoff run.
Yeah.
Right? Like that. And I'm not saying that he wants to leave or is going to leave. I don't know. But when you're that age, you want to see, you know what I mean? Like if he's coming back, great, awesome. I love Anderson. He can play it out. I don't care. Because when you get rid of a guy like Anderson, the next thing you do is you go start looking for a guy like Anderson.
Yeah.
So you get stuck. Oh, we can't overpay. Yeah. Okay. Having a nice playoff. When you're at that age, how old is he? 30, 31?
28.
28?
He'll be 29 in October.
Okay. So we're always talking about when he's done his contract. He'll be 30, 31. You do want to have some playoff runs. You do want to have a chance to go deep and taste what it's like to have some playoff success as well.
27 playoff games, 5 in 18-19 these games, 10 games in 19-20, which is what, bubble? And are we including the Jets against that? And then 12 obviously in the 21-22 when they get to round 2 against the Oilers. So yeah, it's and you could he's one of he would thrive in that environment.
Well, that's what I think too. I think he does like winning. And they're just not that they haven't done any here, but a playoff run is different.
The other part of it is, and maybe I'm in that group, as I said, Rasmus guy, but I really find myself now as the season has gone on, I think I'm in the get something, try and find a really good trade. Don't give them away.
Well,
don't take a shit deal.
That's the key to all of it. Is that that's fine. If you don't want to sign him and he wants more than you're willing to pay, and you've got this, okay, I trust Conroy's approach to how he's trying to put together a team and what he's trying to do in spending. But you have to evaluate what you're getting in return is huge. If you're going to be willing to walk away, what the hell are we bringing back? Because if it's a second round pick, no.
And I don't have him in that same category as Tanev, where I'm worried about him night after night.
Nope.
Where he could be having a 6 to 8 week type of an injury that could derail a final season. But it does feel like there are more teams at the party in terms of making a trade for Rasmus Anderson this summer. than when you get into next season. The cap's been set. Your team, your roster's been
He's
all put
so
together.
cheap for what you're getting. That's the key to it. You have a year of a potential top 2 defenseman, absolutely slam dunk top 4 defenseman.
4.55 million.
40-point guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what his points were this year. They weren't as good.
They
as
were down
year,
for sure.
But still,
and he also referenced that about, because the other side of it is, as of July 1, you can sign him to an extension. And he was talking about the Flames and the right shot, and the young guys are coming in. He says, plus on the other side, and he referenced it, I've been eating a lot of minuses. He was a minus 38 this year, 31 points. There's nothing wrong with that, but he had 39, 49, 50. He should be a 45 to 50 point guy. So from a bargaining standpoint, negotiating standpoint, I guess, he's not in a great spot to go in and sign a long-term extension unless the Flames are willing to look past this year.
Wow. If you're the agent, so you're going to stick me to these numbers?
Yeah.
Then it just becomes, there would be animosity then.
Yeah. He's become one of the guys, and we kind of joked about it. Well, why aren't we talking about Weegar? Why aren't we talking about Anderson? Has been the guy. And for all the reasons we've laid out, his age, right shot, cap hit,
second round
status,
pick, you developed him, you brought him up. He was your guy.
Yeah. All of that has led to him being a very hot topic in terms of trade, fans, media. And he was asked, I guess on Saturday, I was going to say yesterday, he was asked the other day, just fans hearing that we love Anderson, we got Anderson jerseys, but boy, trade him because we got to get something. Was it hard to hear how that narrative kind of switches in a hurry? He was asked on Saturday.
I think the sad part about it is just how quickly it turned without me really doing nothing, honestly. And the fans that used to hold your back tight, turn the coat on you, and so that's the sad part. But do I care about their opinion? Not really, honestly. I want to be loved by the fans, and I hope I am by the 90%. And I've loved every second of it, and I hope, as I said, we're gonna have a long, healthy relationship for many years to come. But as I said, you just got to sit down and see what happens.
2 things. It does happen fast, but it's also the I don't know that we would be in this situation as glaringly if Kachuk and Gaudreau didn't up and run for, right? Like there was a standard kind of. There's a fear now from management and ownership that if you allow this to linger, it's not what you want, and that you're going to lose guys for nothing, and you can't keep guys. Like it's still in the back of their minds. It shouldn't be as front and center. Like it shouldn't. They shouldn't be wanting to run him. No, I don't think anyone's wanting to run him out of here, but it's more a focal point because of what happened over the last few years and losing guys.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't really thought of it that way.
For sure it is. Other organizations, Vegas is not worried about keeping Rasmus Anderson through this 4.5 contract. You think, okay, well, we'll deal with it. Yeah, we will talk July 1st, but we're not going to, holy F, we better trade him.
Yeah. I think, and that's probably part of it, but I think it's also, there's that pie in the sky, this perceived pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Man, you could get something great. Well, it's not just, it's if he was making $8 million a year,
you'll find out,
or $9 million and was done at the end of the year. I don't think there's the same conversation.
If he's making $8 million, he's not as movable.
There's so many teams that could conceivably say, yeah, we're a lot better and a lot closer with this guy, and we can afford him. And sure, give picks, prospects. We've got enough of them, or we need to win, or whatever it is. That'll be, and that's kind of as the playoffs get started. And you wonder what happens. Pressure hits when expectations aren't met. Is there going to be a higher seed that gets shown the door? It's shit.
We could have used the guy.
Could have used the guy. My job's on the line. Last year with these players, all of that starts to kind of factor in. And
we don't even know what a good return is.
I know.
Right? Like, okay, I want a home run. What's that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
I mean, you'd want a first.
Oh, I want a first.
And,
oh, great. Okay, so you get Toronto's first.
Yeah, pick 28.
Hmm.
That's the summer, right?
All right, Dean.
That's what's coming on this summer, and it was a weird one where it
sounded
neither
like
side
the
really went out of their way to say, no, we're going to talk. It's
no one went out of their way to say, no effing way are we letting this guy go.
We're getting this. We're getting this done. We're getting this locked down.
We're committed to getting this accomplished.
And there's some other guys talked to. There's other guys talking.
Rah rah.
Yep.
We don't. It's cheeky and easy, and you turn the page, and you quickly turn the page, and you give them credit for what they did, and as far as their work ethic and season, but they didn't make the playoffs, and it's over. It's all about what's next. It's a stupid thing of sports. Anderson said it. Yeah, it happens quick. You're damn right. I don't need to sit here for 7 days to say he was good and he was good and he was good. It's boring. How are they going to get good enough to be in the playoffs and be a real front runner for a trophy?
What is that like at the end of the year? Because I just know from all my years, all the years that I was working at the Dome doing radio, you're just there and you see the people every day. You're there in the morning. You're there for the game. It's post game. It's practices. It's just all together. Then you lose. The final game is Thursday. You fly home. Saturday, you grab your stuff at the rink. Boom. See ya. And because it's always weird. There's always buzz around the Dome. And then it's quiet. And there's Depot and a couple the trainers.
Tape.
And maybe the coaches in the back, they're kind of doing their thing.
Daryl would stay a long time and yell at you if you went in to work out. The fact that you weren't still in the playoffs.
Yeah. How did that go again?
I went into the Dome to work out. And Edmonton was still playing. It was that 06 run for the Oilers.
Yeah.
It was like round 2 or 3. And I'm
nothing else to do.
Thinking I'm doing the right thing. And I absolutely took her in the kisser. Just, woo.
Wrong place.
Yeah.
Wrong time. Yeah.
All right. Gold's Gym it is.
Yeah, I guess so. Get a membership. Did you see Sid was on the ice? Crosby was on the ice with some like the Rutger McGroartys and these other young kids that are still hanging around.
I don't think first of all, Sid's a unique individual as far as his approach to thing, and you love it. I think guys are different now. Somebody said the other day, maybe it was on Thursday, that Heatley was like, if you got to skate in the summer, you're not a player. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like there used to take. You'd be done, and you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go back on the ice. Like it used to be August 1st, and then it was mid-July, and then it was July 1st, and then it was a couple skates in June, right? Like guys used to relish getting off the ice. I don't think they do that anymore. Wired different.
Yep. Because there's the fatigue level. You just went through an entire season. Then there's could I have a change, please? It's the rig. I love the game, but I'll come back. I'm going to get away. And I don't know that it's that he's not working out. He's just on the ice, kind of pushing pucks.
It's not down and backs and
holy shit. Maybe Sid needs a hobby. Sid. Anyway, so that's the scoop. So playoffs and then draft, lottery,
free agency,
cup, draft, free agency. It's April, end of April. Yeah.
Get your taxes done.
Yeah. What are those? Hearing loss clinic. I was going to text Rhodesy. I had 2, count them. 2 almost kind of heart to hearts with a couple guys at the draft the other night.
Yeah, I wasn't having any heart to heart.
No, you weren't. There was a lot of talking, a lot of listening. There's a lot going on there.
Talking or swinging?
Yeah, these weren't heart to hearts. Guy just so like asking about the hearing aids and living with what. So what does it do? What's the change? Because
Go down
you
there.
deal with it. It's real. And if you've not gone in for an assessment, you haven't had the opportunity to hear what you've been missing, then prepare for your mind to potentially be blown. But yeah, a couple guys were really asking about how it is and what it's like. It's like, just don't even think twice about it. Get in there. Hearingloss.ca is the website. There's 5 locations in Calgary. In addition to that, health risks like dementia, depression, others have been linked to untreated hearing loss. So it's about having better hearing, but it's also about maintaining health when, as I understand it, Red, when your brain is having to compensate for hearing loss, it's not doing other things it should.
So
be.
it's working on other things that it shouldn't have to.
That's right.
Should be happen naturally.
Should be. And then maybe you're more apt to go to that event, or maybe you're going to go have whatever, be sociable, be
Yeah, you don't even
engaged.
know. Maybe you think you don't like it and you just don't know.
Because I've been at many a event or a thing. What's that? Yeah. And you're having a conversation. You're doing a lot of nodding.
No clue what these persons.
I got no clue what you're saying. 5 hearing loss locations in Calgary, 5 in BC, Cranbrook, Creston, Fernie, Golden, and Invermere. Hearingloss.ca. Get yourself in there. How did your night end up there, Jack? Because there was you and Arj and some others at that back table.
You guys were over serving yourselves, by the way.
We ended up at the ship.
Oh boy.
I don't really remember how I got there, to be
Right.
honest.
Good.
That
That seems
led the way.
consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I left before he did. I think way before he did.
Mature.
Yeah.
We had fun though.
Sure you did. So no video?
No video.
Not a...
I think I got a video of Jay making the pick in his Oilers jersey. That
Okay.
was
Great.
Don't need to show that.
no.
Don't need that for sure. We could do the Pinder report. Minus Ryan Pinder. I don't have any goats or people jumping on lampposts or...
That's too bad.
Yeah. I just kind of slapped some stuff together. Not that you'll be able to tell, because it's going to feel great. It's going to be a lot here.
Oh,
It is a presentation of Village Honda. What a night they had. What a night they had.
They were going.
They were going. They want to buy your pre-owned vehicle, all makes, all models, appraisals complimentary. If you get a deal done, you'll get your payment in 24 hours and for a limited time. Cruise voucher for 2. No obligation. Details now at villagehonda.com as we get into it. Good report. So yeah, Flames season over. It was a feel-good night, that last regular season game, as kids got in and there was goals and woo, hey, look at the you.
There was a lot of enthusiasm.
Twas a lot of enthusiasm for a team. I mean, that's the thing. Even morale kind of around the team's high for a team that didn't make the playoffs. It's the only thing.
Fat and sassy.
Just don't
Get cocky.
Yeah, I guess don't worry about it too much, I guess, but
Well, you can't control it, Dean.
you're right, Red. I'll let it go.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Zayne Parek going to take part to a certain extent with the men's World Hockey Championships.
Can I just say this?
You may.
So on Thursday, the broom is a buzz.
Mhm.
Kid scored. And it had the. I didn't know how he scored. I wasn't. Everyone's telling me that the kids. Oh my God, he scored!
Yeah.
I'm like, this must have been
Gotta
like
see it.
unbelievable. like
Yeah.
end to end. Like
We've seen the highlights.
what kind of play
Yeah.
did he come up with? I can't wait to see this. Oh,
Did he touch it? I guess it went off him, right?
he did
Oh,
touch
okay,
it,
yeah.
I think. All right.
Oh, as they say, 10 years, 20 years out, it was bar down.
Well, it was top shelf.
Yeah. Top shelf. So Parek and Porter Martone, Porter, he's a younger guy, he's 18, was on the World Junior team. Have both been invited by Team Canada for the Men's World Hockey Championship squad. Take part in at least some exhibition games, according to Dregs, both eligible for World Juniors next year. So for Parek, and I know it's happened, but to go from being cut from the World Juniors.
Not invited.
Not invited. Then, okay, we'll bring you. To then cut.
Because there was an injury.
Yeah. And then, why don't you come and take a twirl?
I'm shocked he's not giving them the finger. I guess he wants to go to the Olympics.
Yeah. Can't do it. He played.
Well, you can.
Well, yeah, I guess you can. Some guys do.
It's funny. Anyway, good for him.
Yeah, so go and put on the sweater and enjoy yourself.
Zip it around.
Trent Cull, it was announced by the Flames. He is going to go back to the Calgary Wranglers because you remember he is the coach. He took over for Brad Larson, who took an indefinite leave of absence due to family reasons on the Flames as an assistant. So everybody just does one of these. Shuffle down. Joe Cirella, you go to here. Brett Sutter here. And old Marty Jelena, he had stepped in to kind of, be Marty.
Well, Trent Cull will be down in Palm Springs intimidating people now.
Yeah.
Because that's who they play, right?
It is Coachella Valley.
Big concert or something down there?
Something like that. Sounds very Pindery.
I thought Coachella was like a country.
Is
it? That Stagecoach?
I don't know.
It's got to be Stagecoach.
What's Bonnaroo?
Bonavista?
Wranglers open round 1 of their AHL playoffs against Coachella Valley tomorrow. Best of 3 series. All games going to be played in Coachella Valley. That's bullshit. Oh, but they get they're the home team.
At least they play at 10 o'clock at night once. That's good.
What's going on between Tuesday and Saturday? What are we doing down there?
Oh, it'd be so fun. Golfing.
I guess. Last change. You better use it smart, Cull. You better make the most of it. Playoffs begin have gotten underway in the NHL.
So this week?
Started the other night.
You don't say.
Yeah, started the other night.
What a way to lead it off.
Yeah. Well, that's last night.
Oh.
Going back to okay, we can do it. We'll get into that in a moment. Going back to Saturday, the Jets get a goal from Kyle Connor with a minute 36 left.
Game of the weekend.
It was.
By far.
Yeah, it was the game of the weekend. Jets got 3 in the third. They were actually down by a goal with about 10 minutes
left. I was
left.
wondering about this Hellebuck.
I know.
Like, make a difference here? Or what
14 saves for old Hellebuck. But they get it done. Jets win 5-3. And then I think we have the highlights. The Dallas Stars against Colorado. Again, this is Saturday, and you've maybe seen these highlights, but we'll walk you through it. So Dallas at home wearing their victory green. So this was, and I'm not sure, is that McKinnon or you can go ahead, Jack. This is kind of how
that's Dale McCarr.
That's kind of how it went.
Things.
Yeah, that's McKinnon 2 goals, McCarr assist, 3 straight in the third.
I still
Avs 5-1.
Still appreciate how well this kid took it, because that's on the chin.
Yeah, it's right on the button. I think he's too dumb and drunk to know.
I would, yeah, but you still, when you get hit on the button, you usually like that.
Oh, it's a well-placed shot. Yeah. That's kind of how it went. 5-1 was the final.
I love the guy in the blue sweater. He just
doesn't even take his hands out of the bunny hug.
That's a good point.
Hey, just about fell in his lap. No attempt to hold him up. Or, what are you doing? Oh, you guys are gonna have a go, eh? Yeah, and it's always good when the chick gets in there. She's defending her man. Anyway, yeah, the Avs blow it wide open in the third. Cale Makar, you mentioned his dad. Cale, third fastest D-man to 60 career playoff assists.
We're going to be doing this a
Bobby
lot.
Orr, Al McGinnis, the other two.
Going to be doing this a lot.
Yeah, it's begun. Will continue. Stars killed off a minute 24 5-on-3, so it could have been worse. Rantanen had 3 shots on net.
Good for him.
This is one of those things. I used to play for you. Now you're gonna get it, buddies.
I'll show you.
Yeah. So then last night, sure, we can get into it. You saw the Canes Did the Canes score their, I think, first shot? 2:14 in, I think, on first shot on net on Jacob
Yeah,
Markstrom.
everyone was all over Markstrom.
Yeah.
First shot goal.
Whoops.
He doesn't like pressure, Jack.
Lay off on all the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to answer questions or have pressure. So if you could just,
Well, it feels like it's not going to go well for him here the next
you
week.
don't have
so.
any pressure because you're about to get snot bubbled.
You might be. Stankoven 2 goals. Taylor Hall 2 assists. Team selected him the other night.
I know, and I recall maybe berating them.
Yeah,
to a
somebody
certain
really
extent.
laid into them. The Devils allowed 45 shots. Only once in the regular season did they allow more. So it was they were coming in waves. They were
one-sided
under
affair.
siege. Yeah. Leafs beat the Senators 6-2. Mitch Marner goal, 2 helpers. Nylander, Tavares goal and an assist.
They look solid. Ullmark looks civvy, or not good enough to make a difference in this series, and I'm worried.
6 on 24 for Ullmark. Shots were 13-5 Ottawa in the first, but
score more, Ottawa. Don't give up. Clearly you can't kill a penalty.
3 for 6 on the power play. The Toronto Maple Leafs were.
They scored them like zip, zip.
So you give up 3 power play goals. It's kind of going to dictate how your evening goes.
Curtains.
That's
Make a
kinda
save,
what I want.
Hallmark. Come on, Civ.
They'll want to bounce back in game 2, I
Sure
think.
will, Dean.
Yeah, they're going to want that. And the Golden Knights.
Of
beat the
Vegas.
Wild.
They're from Vegas.
They
Dean.
are, yeah. Brett Howden. Couple goals.
He had 2 goals and injured a ref, right?
He did, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a game.
Did you guys see that empty netter? Like 0.1 seconds, 5.5 over under. It was like so close, and it just hit the over.
I didn't know the over, but
Over was 5.5.
It'll
And
happen.
they had to go review the empty net. It was
You got to.
It couldn't have been any closer.
Zeev Boyum made his NHL debut. Yeah. Tonight, oh mama, Montreal versus Washington.
a lot of chatter about this one.
Yeah. Caps come in as the top seed in the East.
No one's talking about the Caps. Everyone's talking about Montreal.
They are,
That's the odd thing, is that the first place team with the world's greatest goal scorer ever is not mentioned by.
No.
It's not being talked about. It's not on anyone's lips. But Montreal, go get them.
Yeah. When you're hot, you're hot. I don't know what now. This has happened before. Montreal clinched in game 82 last year. The Caps were the team that clinched in game 82, if you recall. And it was 15 years ago. Washington had a 3-1 series lead, but those Montreal Canadiens
No, sir.
reel off 3 straight victories to eliminate the President's Trophy winners. That's probably right in the kitchen of John Carlson and Ovi. Guys,
Don't you remember?
don't you 15 years ago, fellas? Hey? Can you imagine the blank stare you'd get?
Yeah, I was 5.
It's like, I have no idea what you're talking
What?
about. Habs back to the playoffs for the first time since 2021.
When they went to the finals?
They did. Yeah. So are the Habs battle tested and ready?
Oh.
Have the Caps gotten all fat and sassy?
Mm-hmm.
Find out tonight. 5 p.m. Mountain.
At 7
p.m. Eastern. St. Louis Blues probably felt pretty good about their game in game 1. They come away with nothing in the Jets. Looking to take control of the series. Darren Dreger, he was expect maybe the physicality here to ramp up.
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to get ramped up. Colorado, Dallas. We showed you the highlights just a moment ago. Ross Colton was injured in game 1. If he is unable to go, according to coach Jared Bednar, Gabriel Landeskog could be an option to take his spot. He's had a couple games of rehab play in the AHL, but has not played an NHL game since game 6 of the 2022 Stanley Cup Final. He is the captain. He could be back. He is back. Maybe back. Maybe back tonight. Back in that one. Good series. Should be a good series.
Yeah.
And the LA Kings are home to the Edmonton Oilers as well tonight.
That's great.
8 o'clock start. 4th straight playoff matchup. They also met in 4 straight postseason appearances from 89 to 92. Did you know that?
I did not, Dean.
Yeah. And Tip of the old cap to Jeff Skinner. His playoff debut after 15 NHL seasons. 1,078 games. Oh my. So he'll enjoy it. And the Lightning and Panthers open their series tomorrow in Tampa. Tkachuk expected to play. Brad Marchand will be a Panther.
Now, when you tip your cap, are you up or?
I think it's down. It's kind of a.
But tip. Anyway, I agree. But when I think of tip, I'm like, well.
Like you raise a glass. But you.
Got it, Jack?
Got it.
Good.
And if you do the wink, you got to make that click, right? Something like that. We've learned some things over the years, and we can kind of just jump back to the.
Are we getting serious now?
No, it's just you want to learn when things maybe don't go your way. That was bad. That was a loss. That was a bit.
I shouldn't have done that.
Just, you know what? If you draw from it, an experience, a lesson, something that maybe you'll do differently, be smarter, be better next time, then that's good that you had that experience. Yeah. There have been many fan-created playoff ballads or anthems, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we've ever seen one work. We've seen them in
a lot of attempts.
Yeah, they've been in Calgary. There's been a lot of them.
Best of intentions.
And when you saw the Leafs beat the Senators 6-2, I don't know about you, but the first thing I thought was, I sure hope some Ottawa fan didn't make some fan anthem thing, because maybe that's why it looked so poor. And then after some investigation, turns out I was right.
It's been a minute since we've been in it. It wasn't easy, so we got early. That's where all I'm going now. They won't see the second round, so they think they will easy. Well, when does the rush of a Jimmy Stewart, Captain Brady, coming for the
Leafs win 6-2 in game one.
You got to put yourself out there, Dean.
There is part of it that I admire. Okay, you're going to press. So if you click the mouse there, then it's going out. It's going on social media. No taking it back. It's out there. You ready? Oh, yeah. That could not. There's no way they could be ready for the response and the reaction.
Heartwarming.
Because they probably think this is really good.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the other ones that have been hated and people really rip into them, that was them.
They're terrible.
They haven't seen our stuff.
Yeah.
We drove out to Canada to film it.
We're in front of the rink here.
Look at it. The rink's right behind us. We're playing our fucking instruments right here.
You can hear us playing.
This is no lip sync. I mean, we wrote it. Ole. And we say Leafs suck.
Right
there
in it.
too. So this one, it's really gonna see there. Oh boy. Not to be outdone, there was another one.
No, you don't say.
Well, you don't lose 6-2 on one fan anthem. That's you need more than one.
Heart's beating, oh, it's just my luck. When they ask me what I say, that's my boy Tkachuk. In the Battle of Ontario, my right, I've got a Mattio. They working super hard. They my.
Can we go to Warner's whiteboard? What are you seeing here, Red?
I'm seeing things I don't want to see.
Now you're maybe focused on this the lyricist.
I'm trying to.
There is someone else on, and he's really making an impact.
It's the pimp.
That guy did not want to be a part of this.
No, that guy got absolutely. He was promised something to appear.
Yeah. Babe, you set up get the ring light and the tripod. Babe, I don't know about this. No, it's good. We're gonna put the fucking goblin head on the thing, and
we're gonna go viral. Well, they are. They accomplished. They're doing good.
They made it onto Barn Burner. Congrats. Don't do it, kids. God, can you imagine if you were at the house on the weekend, kid's got his buddies over, whatever. Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're just going to do a thing. What kind of, yeah, we're going to put it on YouTube and the internet. We're doing like a song for the Flames.
Get out.
Get out. Give me your phones. Give me all your shit. Get out of here.
I should make my kids do
That's abuse. You'd be in big trouble.
that. Yeah, they'd be taken away.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then maybe I should make
Worst, yeah. Not the worst thing. So that's the hockey story. Now, did you were at the Dome on the weekend?
Oh, yeah. Huge Roughneck fan. What a party.
So you were one of the 15,203.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy smokes.
Vamonos. Vamonos.
There is nothing quite like the Dome when it's rocking and it's near full, or that's a huge crowd and the Roughnecks are winning.
Dixon was unreal.
Kids are having a blast.
It's Tiki night.
Was it Tiki night?
Tiki night. There's some people who were wearing clamshells.
Tiki Barber?
For
Was he there? 11-5. They beat the Colorado Mammoth. So it's off to the playoffs. They punched their ticket. They'll head to Hamilton for the quarterfinal match this Saturday against the Halifax.
and Hamilton.
So you see it there in the second from the top. Halifax, Nova Scotia. The 6th place Roughnecks are taking on the Halifax
Condor.
Thunderbirds.
Oh.
So top of the screen, you've got the 1st place versus 8th seed. That, of course, is the Buffalo
Buffalo doesn't mess around. The Bandits.
Bandits, and they will
Real-
host the San Diego
Sea Lions.
Seals.
Seals.
Good.
Same thing.
The Georgia Swarm.
Yeah.
a little
It says
easier.
right there.
Yeah. Against the Saskatchewan Rush. And then in Vancouver.
Wasn't the Rush mass like they're a big deal for a
Mhm.
while?
Well, I don't. Maybe they still are.
Maybe they are.
I haven't been to.
I should check in.
I haven't been to T-Town in a while.
How's the Rush?
The Vancouver Warriors will take on Rochester, the Nighthawks.
I'll tell you what, that they do not leave you bored.
No, they don't.
Those games are
The music is going.
Yeah.
There's yelling and sit down and shut up, and it's good times. It's good
What's
times.
you got? Nothing.
That's right. So congrats to those guys for getting that done. 2 things left. 1, baseball. The Baltimore Orioles, tough day at the office. Easter Sunday, they're at home to the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
41-year-old Charlie Morton. got
Love
the
Chuck.
start. Charlie's had a tough start to the year.
What?
And it continued yesterday.
He's seasoned.
7 runs over 2 1/3. He leaves. It got worse from there. The Reds went into Baltimore and beat the Orioles 24-2.
Camden Yards.
24-2. Not sure how you do that. It's the majors, right? It's still the last 2 innings. It was just position players pitching. Like we're saving arms. We have no arms left.
So I wish we had some video.
Yeah. I could
'Cause at
tell you what it looks
24-2
like.
I know, but at 24-2, it's really stretched out, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that means I'm talking about that's a long game.
Mhm.
But by the end, because of baseball being baseball, is this awesome? Like, are they having
You'd
for
have
the
to stay.
players?
Yeah.
For the players, because they're laughing and enjoying. They're like it's the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
In hockey, you would have a brawl and be suspended and have to show how pissed off you are.
Yeah.
We're not going to take this losing.
You would have to be having the conversation as to who's ever pitched before.
Yeah.
Can
Do you
anyone
want to try it?
Is there anyone that knows how has done it? You'll go warm up or something because we need someone to pitch.
Yes, but it wouldn't be a
And then-
confrontational thing. It would be a
Yeah,
who
if you
wants
ever-
to go.
Yeah, we've seen it where a guy maybe strikes him out. You're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
nice.
24-2.
Yeah, and I know you're big on AI, so this is for you. No, and not only it feels like it's new, right? Everybody's talking about AI and using it for this. It's,
Oh,
wow, this is, but it's not new. It's been around for a while,
No, I've had a girlfriend for now. Well,
Right.
yeah.
but the good thing is it's getting better. Is that it's improving? I think it's better, although it could
Well, how do you know
because just say for example, maybe you go back a year or 2 years and show me Will Smith eating spaghetti. And you guys, then you fast forward to like now or what a few months. Show me Will Smith eating spaghetti. It's getting better,
It's
which
real
is
good.
good. So again, this is just for you because I know you love AI.
This is good.
So Will in 2023, I mean, using his hands.
If you're going into acting, you're screwed.
Because, April 2025, Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Looks like Will's eating.
It looks like he's having.
And I want some spaghetti.
Yeah, like don't focus too hard on the noodles because they just kind of disappear there. But the one on the left, there's some chromosome issues for sure. Jack, that's not how you eat spaghetti. What were you thinking?
Oh man, I remember when we first started using AI on the show like 2 years ago. It looked exactly like this. Like people were just like,
Yeah,
"Now it's so good." That's crazy.
he looks like he's part of that inbred family
Yes, I did. want to
somewhere in
say
like
that.
the woods, making clicking noises. Anyway, little AI for you. To wrap things
Spaghetti
up.
is what I noticed.
Are you hungry?
Mm.
Sponsored by Village Honda. Wheel in there. Today be another one of those good days.
You forgot to mention the cavalry. The cavalry one.
Cavalry one.
And Harold,
Were you there too?
Anthony, big fan. No,
Anthony's
should
a fan.
have won.
Congrats to Tommy. Congrats to Tommy for another big win. Village Honda. VillageHonda.com. Northwest Auto Mall. If you see Anthony, ask him how his draft went. I'm not sure how it went.
I have no clue.
We'll have some updates.
I don't have a record.
Yeah, we'll have some updates because I know that's what people love hearing is about other people's fantasy football and hockey drafts. Nothing keeps you engaged quite like. So then I made a trade for this guy. Yeah, sounds good. The Service Big Share Contest is in full swing. We're getting down to it. April 30th, 2025 is when it ends. Skill test required. For rules, visit service.ca/win. Anyone can enter by becoming a member and saving with Service. Every $500 that you save gives you 5 entries and a chance to win $1 million just by saving money.
And I suggest you get it done now so you don't forget to do your taxes. Because if you got this hanging over your head,
Right.
you're going to forget. Right?
It feels like is this for yourself? You kind of, if you keep mentioning it, then you yourself won't forget. Yeah.
I got an email twice today from people saying, we've been asking for.
Right. Could you send us this document? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure that this is this a work expense? Oh yeah. Yeah. That was really
Important.
necessary for
Big.
team morale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really bringing up the spirit.
We were meeting.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Bet365. Let's take a lookie at what we're cooking for tonight. Breaking news coming in from Bet365. Every nail-biting overtime win is a barn burner. Every face-off, hat trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365, official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app today. Use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. There you go. For under 6 in the Avs and Stars game.
Did we? Yeah, we did picks. There they are.
So what
What do you want to know?
well, Colorado, Dallas, we know it's 1-0 Avs.
There were 4 Coloradans and 1 Dallas. I got
You
stuck
got
with
the
that.
Stars.
I was trying to be different.
Yeah. Jack and AI have St. Louis in that Jets Blues series.
AI has Edmonton. AI has Mini.
So who's playing the Oilers? With the Kings.
LAK,
And that's
the Lakers.
so it's game 1, right? Because I long weekend you're doing stuff. I knew that there was some games, and then Florida, Tampa Bay, they don't play till tomorrow. So there you go. That's Avalanche. The Stars. Look at that. You're getting plus money for the Stars to bounce back on a money line.
At home.
Blues a plus 160. Could they bounce back? I kind of like. Boy, I don't know. I kind of like Blues and Stars tonight, potentially. Maybe even parlay that.
Oh,
getting a little plus there. Getting a
Dino.
little, yeah.
Aggressive.
Kind of like the Caps tonight to start off there.
A lot of pressure on the Caps.
And the other game, what's 8? I may not. It's late.
It's a real late one.
8
Dean.
o'clock.
You got to
Let's
be
see.
careful.
May catch up in the morning.
You've got a big week ahead of you. You don't want to be
Do I ever?
too far.
Do I ever? Son of a gun.
Are you going to tell us about it, Dean, or no? Is that not going to be part of the Pinder report?
No, I can. I'll be honest. Remember I was talking about before the show?
Jack, do you remember the name?
No, it's. I'm glad to talk about it. I'll talk about it. It's going to have to be tomorrow.
All right.
Because I had filled you guys in on something that I can't do anymore. Before the show, remember I was telling you I can't eat certain things.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Feels like it's time to end the show.
Really? Oh, all right. I'm with you.
As much as I love yogurt, yogurt don't love me. It's not a two-way street. It's not a mutual affection society.
Yogurt is telling you,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not here to support you
Yeah.
anymore.
I'll see. Just
Well, I think you should push the button, Jack. What else? What?
Let's get some super chats
Super
in. Let's
chat,
keep this
quick.
going.
oh, do we have
no,
good?
we don't have any.
No. Oh,
Oh.
I'd like to get one more read in if I could. Hey, you know what you should do? You should go to Richmond's
Yeah, you
Pub. That's
should.
what
You
you want to
should go
do.
to-
Get to Richmond's,
They
man.
won't stuff any yogurt down.
They're
your
not
yap.
giving you yogurt.
yogurt.
Stupid dairy. What is it? Probiotics and all that
Yep.
stuff in there,
Mhm.
causing havoc.
Yep.
Nope. Today it's Monday Bunday, $10 burger and fries. Beat that. You're not gonna.
Nope.
And they got the TVs rolling, and they got the game audio pumping through the speakers and goal horns. And I dare say maybe there will be a bit of an Oiler element tonight. So just to keep in mind, not saying don't go,
Nope.
not saying go, but be ready.
Be safe.
Richmond's Pub, Sports Live Here, 3919 Richmond Road. If it's a Calgary game day, which it's not, they got specials. They're going to have game day specials. And every day right now, round one, it's the best. They got game day specials going all the time. And there's always a chance. Maybe there's a VIP experience. You enter. Maybe you're going on a trip throughout the football season, sending people to NFL cities to go and watch games. NHL, kind of the same thing. And there's a vibe in there. Never quiet. I don't know if you've noticed that. Every
Nope.
time we've gone in there, pretty good vibe.
Always fun.
Richmond's Pub in the heart of Glamorgan. Sports Live Here. Richmond's Pub.
One last piece of advice.
Yeah.
Don't come to Marteloup right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to find. They're back to
Yeah, it really feels like there's a social experiment. It's a human experiment. Let's see how far we can push them.
let's see where we can test.
Okay, so close, because right here, this completely, that whole block, the whole intersection is shut down. So you can't get through there. And then there you can't park. Here you can't park. It's just they kind of keep branching out. Okay, now go to the next
Try
block
over
and don't
here.
let them
See
park
if
there.
we
Put
shut this
signs
down.
up and just see how like what is it going to take for people to stop coming? It's what it feels like.
It does.
We need people to stop coming to Marteloup. What's it going to take?
The amount of times the same place or general area has been dug
Yeah.
and refilled is
They're digging holes and filling them up like no one's business. They're real good at it.
unreal.
I hope someone's asking questions. We're good at bitching about it. We don't really take it that far.
Mhm. Who are we to judge?
Who are we
Or-
to judge? I guess the people who are judging all the time.
I'm not. I'm just offering the advice to people that want to come down to Marteloup and enjoy all that Marteloup has to offer.
It's a great spot.
Not right now.
Maybe next week.
Talk to your counselor,
That's right.
Nenshi.
Friggin' Nenshi. See you, buddies.